Welcome to Reinventions in Between, your go-to podcast for real stories of reinvention that happen between life stages, career changes, and living abroad. I'm Sara Kojola, life coach, intercultural trainer, and Reinventions facilitator, helping people on their quest to what's next. I have reinvented myself a few times, and in the past 16 years, I have collected fascinating stories of change. In each episode, my guests will talk about why and how they took the leap and seized the opportunity to change their life. Let's begin. Welcome, everyone. Today, I'm sitting with Anastasia Stayunichava. She's a sales and strategic marketing consultant for ethical and sustainable companies. Born and raised in Belarus, Anastasia moved to Italy at the age of 25. For 10 years, she worked in luxury furniture industry, a sector very far from her values. And 3 years ago, she realized she wanted to do something more meaningful with the opportunities she had been given in life. So she decided to take a gap year and move to Tuscany. Welcome, Anastasia. I'm very happy to be here with you today and hear your story.
Hi, Sara. Thank you for inviting me, first of all. I'm very happy to be here with you and with all the people who are going to listen to us.
Great. So I wanted to start immediately. The question number one: how did you come up with your reinvention idea?
It's not a short story, but I try to explain it briefly. Okay. As you already said, I worked as an expert sales manager in the field of luxury furniture and design. And actually, I loved my job from one point of view and not very much from other point of view. From one side, this work gave me a lot of opportunities in terms of networking and also in terms of money. So I was making good money. But from the other side, as you already said, this the field of luxury furniture and design was so far from my personal values, personal ideas, beliefs, and whatever. I want to say that I was practicing yoga, and I do practice also nowadays.
Nice.
I was practicing yoga. I was a fan of sustainability. I was living according to the principle less is more, Mm-hmm. And as far as you know, the field of luxury and design is far from these values, So I was torn between, okay, I'm making good money, and what are you doing, And every time I had this. I was listening to my inner voice that every time was saying to me, Anastasia, why you're doing this? For what? What is the reason of this? From one side, you're making good money, but is it really what you want to do in your life? And I was torn between, okay, I want to do what I really want to do. I want to be loyal to my beliefs, to my values, or I want to just waking up at 6 a.m. at 6 in the morning, coming back home at 8 in the evening, And I don't know if you know, but the position of expert sales manager is a very stressful position, mm-hmm. because you need to travel a lot, you need to meet customers every day, negotiation and finding better solution to everything. So that was the point. I asked myself, Anastasia, so what? And as you said, I decided to stop. To take a gap year and moved in Tuscany, when I'm living.
Oh,
so
bless
yeah, and I need to say that at that time I was very. I have a lot of I had a lot of doubts, what I need to do, if I need this, because I was practicing yoga, I was also teaching yoga in the evening. I was doing like double life. I had like a double life, and but with the help of my business coach, and this was the key point actually in my all my
great
decision.
idea.
Yes.
Use a coach.
you know what I mean. My business coach, with whom I previously worked, because every time I wanted to change the position, every time I wanted to grow, I just call her. Okay, we need to, update my my CV, my knowledges, etc., etc. So she already knew all my how we can say, she already knew me, she already knew my personality, etc. And together with her, he was actually like she was my inspiration. When you work with a coach never tells you need to do this or you need to do that. You know that better than me.
It's not something that everyone knows, but yes, that's very often confused with this would be the role of a consultant or a mentor. So a person who knows what to do and tells other people what to do exactly in the same way. But actually the role of the coach is to find, to help the client define and find the better solution that works for the client. So yes.
Yeah, and it's great because at the end, it's me who need to take the decision. If you tell me, Anastasia, you need to do this, it will be your decision, right? So the coach exactly doing like this. Okay, I help you. I can just put how we can say, how do you call in English? Mettere in luce.
To really put a spot on.
To spot on your values, and then it's you who decide. You decide. So together with the coach, we just come up to this idea that maybe I need to mix all together. I need to mix my professional experience and my values, and that will be the great thing. I don't need to split these things, my values and my professional experience. Why not to put them together? And how to do it? It was my problem. It was not the problem of my coach, So,
oh, that's great, and I must admit, is a very mature and wise approach, I would say, because many clients or many people I've been talking to, exactly as you said, they come up in the end, they have the same lifestyle, like constant pressure. You were saying about higher profit, never-ending meetings, and everyone asking for more, and it becomes like this rat race where you cannot find another way to live, and you just become workaholic, and you don't have a life balance. But not everyone is willing to really say, stop, I need to get down. I want to walk off this life and I want to change it. Not everyone has the courage, and that's why I love one of the reason why I really love this project of the podcast is to highlight and put a spot on those amazing people who were brave and decided to make a change. And you are one of the amazing examples. that I really want to talk about, where you were following your values and what really matters to you. And so can we go to more in detail? What is your project about? What is that you are doing differently compared to before?
I believe that we can and we need and we have to change the things. We need to, as everyone says today, there is no planet B, and we need to do something with this, correct? And what I saw like 3 years ago, exactly 3 years ago, what I saw is that a lot of big companies, and as you can see nowadays, everyone is taking care about our planet. Everyone is, advertising their.
Exactly. At least they are advertising.
Advertising, exactly. That is the point, and they want to, to show off. This their green side of the company, and I saw that this big corporation actually in the past destroyed our planet. So what is the point actually? 10-20 years ago, you made everything to destroy our planet, and together you are going to repair this. Come on, it's something strange. And I also
what is
saw,
the truth?
Where is the truth exactly? And I am my generation, because I am how do you call in English, millennials? Yeah, correct. So I'm millennials. So my generation, and also the generation of my younger brother, we don't believe these green lies, we are searching something and someone who can really who can really prove what they are doing. We don't just I cannot believe green advertising. I don't believe green call to actions like save our planet, save oceans, together we can do something. We are looking for the how we can say, we are looking for the
applying policy.
The facts, exactly. The
facts, yeah.
What you're doing. Show
and
me
their
what
transparency.
Yeah, also this is a very fashion word nowadays, transparency, but actually they are not transparent. So it's another, this is a topic for another podcast. Indeed. So I saw everything, and I saw also small companies real green companies who are producing real green and sustainable products, quitting. These companies, these real small companies, they cannot to be on the same level of these green big corporations.
Cannot compete and cannot afford.
Compete, yes, exactly. The exact word, compete with them. And another very big point is sometimes these real green companies, they think that ethical business, it's not a business. It's like, okay, I'm doing a good thing, so I don't need money for this. But that is the point, because after a while, they need to close the company because they don't have enough money to go ahead. They have some problems with cash flow, etc., etc. So I put it all together and I said, I want to help these companies. I have my experience. I know how company works because for more than 10 years, I was working inside the companies. I know how companies work. So I want to put all my experience and to help these real green companies, sustainable companies to make difference. And that I decided, okay, will be my project. And today I'm helping small companies, small and medium companies, real, not greenwashing, but real one, to to grow and to advertise. I don't like this word because it seems that advertising is something not truthful, but advertising in an ethical way, just to show the best side of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. There are many aspects of this process that I think come out, especially because I think when you have a passion, a real passion that is fueling your actions, and you truly believe what these are the values that you should live by, not just yourself, but the whole community and society where you live. And that's the future you are looking for your children and society that we are creating. Motivation comes even stronger, but it's not always easy, right? To start again. Is there is there something that one of the questions that I asked, what challenged you most at first or during the transition? Because now
everything,
you are fully operative, right?
Yes.
You have clients, you are supporting them in their action, and so at the beginning, everything was challenging and difficult.
Everything was difficult, because now if I'm speaking now after 3 years, it's so easy. I want to be like Anastasia. I can do it. But it's not like this, because everything was challenging. But the most challenging thing was the fear of being alone, the fear of not exactly understanding how it will end up, etc., etc. But the fear of being alone, it was the main problem. And not even because, I have a fear and I started to work with this. Okay, this is only the fear. It's like an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's just my fear in my head. Okay, it's only in my head. But it was another very big challenge for me was to understand how to work by myself as a freelance, because for more than 10 years, I was working inside a team, a group of people, and I was a small part of a big chain, And when you start working alone, when you put together all your ideas, your values, so everything put together, then there is also the reality. There is everyday life. You need to put all together and understand how to move forward. Mm-hmm. And what happened is that I needed to realize that I am a chain. I was not a part of this big chain like in a company, because I was a small part. I had all the department, marketing department, sales department. I was just, you do this, I will do this. And together we will do something. When you are alone, you are a chain. So you are different parts of the same chain. And it was so challenging because I was not used to do this. I was just, okay, and who will do this? And I need to do invoices. I need to do meetings, calls, social media, everything. I was doing.
This aspect of wearing many hats and covering different roles is one of the most overwhelming for everyone. That's true. That shifts from a corporate environment or employee position to startup or solopreneur or freelancing, whatever you want to call it. But that's true, because you take on so many new roles that you probably never really handled before, and there's always a learning curve for everything. And one of the biggest suggestions that is useful that I can do recommending and helping clients in the same situation is really to allow some time out of the corporate routine, and finding really that way of wearing new shoes, of being in a different role, and also be aware, humble, and not getting discouraged, because that's true. It's a big to take on at the beginning, but once you have defined which are the roles that you have skills and competencies that you can do on yourself, and which one you have definitely to outsource because it's not your domain, and you will have to find probably the funds to allocate that.
Exactly.
But once you start mind mapping all these roles and the function that you want to cover because it's your passion and you want to do everything becomes more clarity, and with the help of a good network of people, good consultants, coaches, it's absolutely doable. And I think in the end, but we will go to this, the famous question about satisfaction is for the end. So you said you had very good allies, though. So your determination, strong determination, I can nearly breathe it, because I can see how you were strongly keen on changing your job. Your professional experience, and also as well your mindset. You were talking about mindset and networking. You said even when you were doing all the exhibitions and in your previous job, networking for you has been a key.
Yeah, exactly. Because networking is another thing that you really need to build and to use. Sometimes we have sometimes everyone, I believe that we have a lot of contacts, but when it comes to you maybe it's better I do it by alone. I don't need anyone. I will do it by myself because I can do this. Well, maybe you can, but you will just, maybe it will take 5 years instead of 2 years or whatever, So I also started, initially it was very challenging to contact people who had a different image of me, and now I need to explain them with that I'm now doing another type of, and these voices in my head were telling me, oh, you're crazy. They will think that you're crazy. You change everything. You had such a great job and now you're doing just freelance and like this, no? But anyway, this didn't stop me. And I just sent some email. Oh, guys, I'm now doing this. This is my website. This is that. And it helped me a lot because from that, a lot of people were also happy about this. A lot of people didn't answer. It's a normal thing because
Sure.
we are busy, not because a lot of people answered me. A lot of people were happy. A lot of people told me, oh, it's great. So maybe if there will be something about, if there will be some collaboration, we will contact you, etc. So it's real. And also your friends. We need to use our friends because you never know. Because maybe we go to outside for a cup of coffee. We are speaking about the family, kids, or whatever. But maybe this friend has something that you don't know. Maybe he's a neighbor of this friend. Is I don't know. He has his own company or something.
A good
like
contact,
this.
absolutely.
You need to advertise yourself with all the contacts that you have. That is very important.
And tackling all the possibilities and opportunities. I wanted to ask you, I'm curious, is this one of your these determination, clarity? Is it something that you acquired with age, or have you always been like this? Is your behavior? Is your culture? What does this come from?
I've always been like that. I have always been like this. I believe that it's related somehow to my culture, because in Belarus, in Russia, in Belarus, in all the countries of ex-Soviet Union, girls are very determined. They're very powerful. It's real girl power style, you know. But for me, it was very challenging because when I moved to Italy, I had to approach another mentality because in Italy things are different. So I also understood that it's okay to be it's okay to have determination. But, you also need to be diplomatic because in my culture, diplomatic is something that doesn't exist, actually. So you go ahead and you do what you need to do. And
straightforward, and you
very straightforward.
Go through the doors.
Exactly. And in Italy, also only in Italy, I have realized that this can be your enemy, but it also can be your friend. So it's up to you how to use it. And if you need to use it like as your friend, you need to be also diplomatic. So I need to mix all this together. Yes. So this determination is something that that I have since my childhood, or I don't know,
sure.
maybe teenager, but
part of your personality, no?
Yes.
And that's what one of the things that I also like to highlight and mention both in my courses and coaching session is that you don't have to start back from scratch when you have to reinvent yourself. And the very first place to go for and search for strengths is ourselves. And whatever we have built, our experiences are the first assets. Our personality is the first and foremost our brand, because that's our uniqueness, and we don't have to be someone else or copy. We just need to give more value to what we truly are. And if determination is one of the core strength and peculiarity of a personality, that's the first to put in a list. And there's an exercise that we do exactly for repurposing skills and competencies. So what you have learned in a different industry or in a different job position, you can always use it in a different way in a different context. And that's the ability to blend personal and professional. And you are amazingly embodying all this.
I want to add also another thing related to these values, no? Because
sure.
we don't need to copy others. This is correct, and that I always say to my clients that you don't need to copy one company or a product of one company. You need to find your value. You need to find something that that is yours, not a copy of someone else. And in this, for me, especially helped a lot my business coach, because she told me, Anastasia, you don't need to be like your friend or someone else. Your quality can be negative, even negative quality that seems to you it's a negative quality can be switched, to a positive quality. So you can use it differently. It depends, exactly as I said before, related regarding the determination.
Mm-hmm.
So it is my enemy sometimes, but I can use it as a friend. So yeah.
Depending on the context, can become a powerful tool for yourself.
Yes,
exactly. I'm curious about two things. What would you like to suggest and recommend, like an advice to our listener, if they are considering the idea to start over or to change life, because there are many reasons. One of the reason also I wanted to start this podcast is because people change life or career for many different reasons, not just because we are abroad, not just because we become mothers and we are excluded from the workforce for maybe sometimes a long period of time. But many people also luckily realize that what they have been doing for so many years really doesn't resonate with them, or as you did, they realize that they want to do something more meaningful. So what would you suggest and recommend to those people who are considering the idea?
Yeah. A lot of things, but maybe maybe
pen and paper, listener.
do you have a piece of paper? Okay, we can start. The first and the very main point is to understand what you really want to do, and here again, if you cannot do it alone, you can do this journey with someone, the help of someone, psychologist, or maybe, I don't know, coach or whatever, if you cannot understand it by yourself. That is the very main point.
A very good place to start is starting to go to a co-working space and meet other people who are maybe freelancing and just engage in conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I interrupted. And then?
No. And
Number
then
three.
You need to believe yourself. That's it. If you believe yourself, and you will have determination, you will have everything. If you, now I'm going to say that like a Zen, quote, but if you decide that you want, the universe will give you a lot of opportunities.
Oh, nice.
If you're doubting, if you're not, maybe this or maybe that, maybe that, so universe will give you every time different things, and you will be in between this or that, this or that, this is that. And when you decide and you believe in this, you can go straight forward, go
through. It's also it also becomes exhausting and a waste of resources if you're not clear where to invest in terms of time and ideas or what you want to create. So yes, having a clear idea, it helps a lot. And thank you for all these suggestions. I have another question. If you could send a letter to your younger self, what would you say about this step towards your invention? What would the letter say? Dear
Anastasia, it will be a book. It would not be a letter. It would be a book. Dear Anastasia, you need to be patient. You need to have a lot of patience. And you need to work, it's just about patience.
That's very wise.
Yes, advice. Because when I started, I was expecting that everything now in 2 months, everything will be already on track and I can go ahead, etc. And I want everything now, here, not tomorrow, but today. And that was my enemy, actually, in all this process.
Okay.
I needed more patience. You need more patience. Also, if we are coming back to these suggestions, another suggestion is related to patience, because you need time. When you're waiting for a baby, we need 9 months, not 7, not 2, not 10, not 12. We need 9 months. The same is the same needs also for your reinvention. You need time. You need time. You need to understand who you are. You need to understand where you are. You need to understand what you need to do and when you need to do. So it takes time. And for me, for if I need to write a letter, maybe I would explain it more. I would explain it more about the patience.
Beautiful.
Anastasia, you need to have more patience.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. It's definitely something that, especially if you consider from a professional point of view or from a business point of view, many of the companies start being positive and having return on investment, let's say from 3 to 5 years, right? So
yes, exactly.
it's not a short amount of time, and many people who are considering to start a new business or reinvent their life and having a business in their mind. Many they keep their actual job and they start this, they call it side hustle, and they start doing the budgeting and all the blueprint at first, and before it can walk on and be able to work alone, it requires time. And I love what you said about you need to understand where you are yourself and what are the steps of this project. I really love it. The very first step of my webinar about Reinvention, we start doing an activity that we use reflection cards, and we assess the way we consider reinvention ourselves, if there are bias or prejudice. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Our listener will have lots of information to look forward, and I will add all your contact details in the show notes. And you can also hit subscribe and listen to our episode every time there's a new one. Thank you so much, Anastasia.
Thank you a lot. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Now I want to hear from you. What's your number one takeaway from my conversation with my guest? We would love to hear your comments. You'll find all the links in the show notes. If you're curious about reinvention, go download my free guide, Your First Steps. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you'll never miss the opportunity to spark curiosity and get inspired on how you can navigate change in your own life.